Hi everyone, my name is Mohammad Faiz Sheikh and today we are going to discuss an amazing feature by AWS which is AWS Lambda. And now we discuss how it brings the zen of serverless computing. Okay, in simple words, AWS Lambda is a service that lets your code without managing any server. Okay, uh, what you have to do, just have to write the code, upload it, and now what AWS take cares of the rest. In this session we are going to explore what AWS Lambda is, how it works, and why it is too much useful for us, and what are the benefits, and one example. So what are you waiting for? Let's get started. Okay, so now we are going to understand about what is serverless computing. Okay, so first of all, for understanding this serverless computing, we have to know about the term serverless. Basically, serverless means we can run our code without actually managing any server ourselves. We don't have to set up them. We don't have to take care of them. Everything is handled automatically by the cloud provider, which is AWS. It also scales up or down on its own depending on how much demand there is. So if more users come in, it adjusts automatically. Another great thing is that you only pay for the time your code is running, not when it's idle. It also event driven, which means it's run whenever something happens. For example, an API call, or maybe when a file is uploaded to S3. And lastly, it support programming languages like, so developers can use whichever language they prefer, like it may be Java, it may be Python, or any other language. That it is the feature which is developer friendly, you know. And all, if we take all over, serverless computing just makes development a lot easier and more efficient. Now we will understand about what is AWS Lambda function. Okay, so AWS Lambda is basically a serverless compute service offered by obviously Amazon Web Services. It allows you to run your code in response to event or triggers, like an API request, or maybe when a file is uploaded to S3. The best part is you don't need to manage or provision any server. AWS handle all of that for you. It only execute the code when it's needed, which means you are not paying for idle time, only for actual usage. It also scales automatically depending on the workload. So if your application gets more requests, like Lambda automatically adjusts. And finally, it supports multiple event sources like API gateway, S3 feature, or DynamoDB, which make it super flexible for developers. So in short, if we say AWS Lambda help you run your code efficiently without worrying about infrastructure. Okay, now we will understand about how AWS Lambda works, right? So basically, AWS Lambda runs your code only when it's triggered by an event. An event could be something like an API request, a file upload in S3, or even a change in a database like DynamoDB. When that event happens, Lambda automatically spins up the function, runs your code, and then shut it down once the execution is done. You don't have to manage any server. AWS take care of everything in the background. And you know, the cool thing is that it scales automatically depending on how many requests are coming in. If there is just one request, it runs one instant. But if there are hundred of requests, so it will scale up automatically to handle all of them at once. So overall, the process is very simple. An event trigger your function, AWS simply runs it, and you only pay for the time it actually runs. That's how AWS Lambda work in a really efficient and a cost saving way. Now we are going to understand about some of the benefits of it. Okay, so here we have a wonderful example of a photograph in front of you right here. Like you can see, a photograph is taken, then it sends to Amazon S3, then Lambda is triggered, and then it sends to AWS Lambda. Now, then it is resides into web. So now let me clear out the process of it. Okay, so it all starts with a photo. When a new photograph is uploaded to our Amazon S3 bucket, that upload action becomes our trigger. Okay, then Lambda is triggered. This instantly fires off our AWS Lambda function. Then the code runs. Lambda execute the image resizing code, which create all the necessary smaller version. And the result, the high resolution image is automatically transformed into web and tablet optimized sizes ready for use, all without managing a single server. Okay, what makes AWS Lambda too much popular? Obviously, there are some key benefits. Lambda is a core of serverless computing. Why we are using it? Just because of the benefits of it. So the first benefit which I consider over here is no server management. Like we never touch a server, no patching or operating system. The second one is automatic scaling. It scales instantly from 0 to 1,000 of requests. It is cost effective. Like you can just pay per use. It is high available. It's built for reliability across multiple zones. The last one is easy integration. Like it connects seamlessly with all other AWS service. So that's all about AWS Lambda and all about serverless computing. So thank you so much for listening me. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.